so excited that today we are going to actually get our turkeys into their coop. We're still working on the chicken and duck coop, but I think that since it's going to be bad weather the next couple days, we're going to work on getting the roost done today, our planter box, get the door on, get a little bit more of the painting done on the turkey coop today, and actually evict them finally from my greenhouse space. We want them to get used to this area. And so what would happen is over the next couple days when we have bad weather, they would typically just stay in the greenhouse for a couple days. So it would be no different for them for the next few days to stay kind of like locked in their coop here, so they can get used to that this is where their food and water is, this is where their bed is, so that when we do open it up and let them out in a couple days when the weather calms down, they'll kind of know that this is their spot. This is what we did when we got our chickens initially. When we had our house in Ontario, we got chickens. We kind of tried to let them like free range in the backyard a little bit, and so for a couple days we let them keep into the coop, showed them where everything was, and then we were able to like open the door, and then at nighttime when the sun would go down, they would just go into the coop. So we're gonna see if the turkeys will do that. This could be disastrous. We've never had turkeys before, but we're gonna try this technique that was worked for us before for other animals, and we're gonna get them in here today. But we want them to have some big roosts. So what I wanna do is similar to when we did our brooder. You saw we made that really cute brooder for the ones that we hatched. I just walked into a spider web. Oh, maybe it was my own
No,
hair.
I think they're silk webs from caterpillars.
Oh.
Because there's caterpillars everywhere right now.
You know, you like feel like you walked into something.
Yeah.
sticky.
Oh, gross.
So inside, I was gonna paint the inside, but I agree with a lot of our YouTube family members that they're gonna get it dirty anyways, and there's nothing wrong with what it looks like on the inside. I mean, we're a little mismatched, like blue paint, wood, whatever. Turkeys are not gonna care. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make some little brackets in here. So we'll probably have one at the back here, but we'll have to make sure we leave enough head height for the turkeys, because they get, you can see our turkeys are huge and they only get bigger. So we need to make sure that they've got enough space to go on that top roost. And then we want to have another roost that's out a little bit more, so that these roosts don't poop on those. These turkeys on this roost don't poop on these turkeys on this roof and roost. You get the idea. We want to make sure that there's ample dropping space in between each of the levels, but also make sure that we have enough roost system in here, because we are getting more turkeys in the spring. We've already pre-ordered more turkeys to be able to be picked up where we picked up our turkeys this year, and hopefully we'll get some of our own eggs and we can hatch our own, but we don't know for sure. So we want to make sure that we have enough room in here for as many turkeys as we're going to have. So I think this is a nice big space for them. We're gonna get some bedding in here, make them a little spot for their food and water. This is gonna be so cozy for them.
I want in. Oh, and we're gonna cover these holes up for sure.
There was
just
a
like
few
this
questions
one.
about that. We just weren't done yet.
And we do have vents that we're gonna put in, so they do have a little bit of airflow, but we wanna make sure that it keeps out most of the drafts.
No drafts coming in the winter.
Right, and it is shiplap, so you can see that there's air vents through the whole thing, but turkeys don't need a lot, and these turkeys are going to be quite happy in here.
This is gonna shelter them from all the high winds, and we had a couple questions about bears. So this is actually only about 30 feet from the house. Even though you can see like all the trees around, a lot of our viewers were thinking that this is like in our forest. It's really only 30 feet from the side of our kitchen window here. And so if the bears are gonna come to 10 feet beside our kitchen window where they have come before, they're gonna come 30 feet away or another 20 feet into the actual woods there. So we really don't have anywhere else to put things like this where we're completely not gonna be with the bears. The bears will go where they're gonna go regardless. I wouldn't put this in our deep forest and then like not have a view sight of it from the house, which is why our coops are here. We can keep an eye.
So they are going to be free-ranging turkeys and chickens for right now, but ultimately in the end we're going to have paddocks separating the turkeys and the chickens, and separating the turkeys and the chickens from a bear lunch. So hopefully the paddock will deter the bear. The bear has been known to come to our door and around our property. The bears don't care. They'll go anywhere. So it doesn't matter where the chickens and turkeys are, the bear can get to them anyways. And there's lots of other animals, they just don't. So we're just gonna deter them as much as we can. And if we see the bear, then we can be like, hey bear, you should just keep moving on.
Philip has done an amazing job also on adding surveillance for our entire acreage. So there's no spot on the acreage that can't be seen from our security cameras. And we're gonna add some actual security cameras right to the fronts of our coops here, so we can not only see sometimes inside, but also outside. And those things will actually send right to our app. It will let us know if there's a person on acreage. It'll tell you if there's an animal on acreage. So when we did see the bear, and you guys saw that footage last year, it was because our cameras told us that Mosey Bear was right in the area where our chickens and ducks would have been in the daytime, and that area was fully fenced. That was done with chicken wire. So we're planning on doing cattle fencing at some point for these separations of this paddocks here. Cattle fencing is really expensive in comparison to the chicken wire. So just to do, for example, the turkey area right here, which isn't very big square footage around, and then that little spot we're doing for the chickens and ducks, be over $1,000 in that cattle fencing with the 2-inch by 4-inch little sections on it. That would really deter the bear because it's annoying. Chicken wire, he or she will just trample right over. So as we're doing the horse fencing, and you're seeing we're doing the 4 slats, we're gonna be doing the 4 slats and then putting the wire on the inside. So that's gonna give us some stability as well. So that's like the next stages once the coops are here. But as Philip said, we're gonna free range them and get them used to their area right here in the daytime while we're out. At nighttime, they'll be locked right into their coops and they won't be able to go anywhere. And this will also deter the bear because, I mean, the bear's gonna go off after something else that's more accessible than trying to break down the walls of the coop. And this thing is sturdy. Like, I think we could live in here for a substantial amount of time if we just had a little kitchen area. Maybe our like off-grid Jackery kitchen could just go right in here and we can just camp out for a bit because it's really cozy. So in Elysia English fashion, I couldn't buy silver handles or black. I think gold's gonna look much better. Wow, you can really tell we're gonna be in for some weather the next couple days because the wind keeps picking up every once in a while, but we're gonna get this done today. So I picked up a gold handle. It's just a very like simple, maybe one day I'll find a really cool like old barn door one that's more of like an antique or vintage item and then I can make it gold or something. But for now, we're going with just a standard handle. And then I have a little lock system and then a hinge set. So I have this for both coops, so they're the same. So I'm gonna get this on and then I wanna work on the roof so that we can actually move them in. So I can work on the planter box and other exterior things once we get them in there. Philip's working on filling in the holes that are on the back and the inside of the coop before we can put the turkeys in. We want to make sure that's all done, and I'm filling up a garbage pail because I'm going to give all of the turkeys a bath. Ready for your first turkey hot tub? I'm not sure if you're ready for this.
Ingeborg turkey hot tub time machine, baby.
A little bit of a nice warm turkey hot tub. Oh, our little feeder just to go in. Okay, I got you. No. You're not going anywhere. Come on. It's okay. Gonna get it up your way. Okay. I just couldn't. I didn't want to hurt her.
Aww.
You're eating worms in the ground, huh? Last time you bathed me, you used the clawfoot tub.
Yeah.
From clawfoot tub to
Garbage pail. Next thing you know, you'll be drying her in the oven.
Oh, stop it! Ingeborg is not gonna be dinner.
Ingeborg really does love to be held. Like, I mean,
She
not
would
bath
let you
time.
walk around with her all day long.
Yeah, she really would. She loves attention. And then as soon as you go into the coop, she's the first one to greet you. If she hears me working, she'll be like, hey.
I know.
Oh, hi.
I got you.
That'll probably feel really good.
Yeah, it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
Good job. Get under your wings. She's standing at the bottom now. She thought it was really deep, I think. Alrighty. Her feet are much cleaner. And I am wet. You ready to go in your new house? Huh?
How was the hot tub time
Give me a
machine?
little more rinsing. She's so nice and clean. You look like a wet rat, but you're clean.
Let me see. Turn around.
She's very soggy. Hey?
Aww.
Yeah, you want to go in? And I'm going to bring all your other friends.
Yeah, it's warm in
In
there.
a minute. This is a really good way when you have turkeys or chickens or ducks to check and make sure that they don't have any bugs or any lice or anything like that, because there's preventative things you can do, but we've never had a problem with that. So, hey, all right, are you ready? Come in your new little place. Ready? Stand up, or are you too wet and heavy now? There you go. Check it out.
Yeah.
What do you think? She's so wet. It's pretty nice.
Let me come sit in there with you.
That'll sit with you for a sec. I'm wet. I'll be covered in hay.
You can roost up in here. You like it?
She looks all funny, all wet. What do you think? You're not sure yet, but you'll be fine once everyone else gets over. We hatched Ingeborg in our incubator, and so she has been around since we first hatched her out, so she definitely thinks she's a dog on our acreage. She really has the personality of that. Like, she'll look for us, she'll call for us, she thinks being held is really, really nice. She's very trusting of us, that's for sure. And you're a pretty girl. Hey. There you go. Go on your roost for a minute.
Check that out, dude.
Hi. Ingeborg's cousin. Really, really hard to tell for a very long time if you have boy or girl turkeys. And we have 5 turkeys. We're pretty confident that Ingeborg is a girl. And we've been kind of watching to see if any of our turkeys are fanning out or doing any, behaviors that tell us that they're males, and we haven't seen anything at all, no fanning at all. And usually they'll have a taller, longer snoot if they're a male, and you'll start to see a lot more of their, wobbling action going on underneath. And so I'm pretty confident that we have 5 females, which is absolutely incredible, that out of the 4 that we picked up and the one that we hatched, that we ended up with 5 girls, because these are going to be egg layers for us, which is going to be amazing for us to not only make more turkeys, to be able to actually have turkeys eventually, but also that we'll have enough of the females that we're looking to keep on our homestead. Like these ones that you're seeing us give hot tub bath will not be for the freezer. They'll be our egg layers that stay on property. So we're gonna have to find ourselves a tom. So that's why we've reserved some turkeys in the springtime from the same breeder that we got our 4 girls from and our egg for our Ingeborg. They do the most amazing bourbon red turkeys, which is the type of turkey that we have. It's a heritage breed. They're amazing for meat. And also they're beautiful to look at. And I think they just go with like the vibe of the homestead. And you can see they're like really chill. We spend a lot of time with them, so they're used to us, but turkeys are just like, we never had turkeys before. So until you have them, you just don't know what they're like. But I'll be completely honest, while the chickens can't hear me, I would much prefer to keep turkeys than chickens or ducks. It's just something that we've really enjoyed having. Yeah, do you want to go in the hot tub? Your cousin Ingeborg wasn't so sure, but then she really liked it. What do you think?
You ready
Just
to go?
looking at the water like,
Yeah, you ready to go hot tub time machine in?
Hot tub time machine? We should have got like a fake smoke machine.
Yeah.
Hot tub time machine. No clawing.
Time to wash your sins away.
Oh, this one has really dirty tail. Yeah, claws. Thank you. It's alright. It's alright.
The only feathers she lost were dirty feathers.
Yeah. I might have lost a finger, but it's inevitable. There, see? It's not so bad. I wouldn't do it if you were just gonna hurt you. You know this.
Good turkey.
Good job. You can touch the ground even. It's like I threw her in the deep end and she was just like, Mom just set me free to figure out how to swim.
It's like the toddler swimming classes where they just push the toddler in.
And then they just all of a sudden come floating up on their back. We did not do that to our children, and I will not do that to my turkeys. This girl's head is a lot more blue than Ingeborg. See the color?
Oh, yeah.
Sneed's a little bit longer, but it's definitely not a boy, I don't think.
Oh, one boy at least.
Yeah, well, usually the more blue head ones, I think, or I'll have to send some pictures to Kim and see. Bug hunting is hard work, huh? See, now she's chill. She's like, the warm water's nice. See, I told you, their heads are kind of hard to get because they're, even though they have little feathers, everything sticks in them, kind of.
I can hear Ingeborg chirping like,
calling.
Where's my turkey mates?
They also have like a little bit of a deep spot, like they have big bags on their eyes that like push up, so they get dirt all in there. Yeah, you're pretty good now. Good job. Make sure your tail feathers are clean. You know who's gonna need a hot tub after this?
You.
Me.
Am I going to do the same? Just put
You're
you
not
in the...
putting me in this garbage bill. You still got dirt under your beak. Please. There we go. Yucky. You're eating.
They're so dinosaurish.
Ready? Let's go check out your new coop.
You just want to stay for life at your new cabin in the woods.
The price is right. It's free.
Yeah, it
Free
was.
rent. Here's Ingeborg. There you go. You ready? I'm like, what is that? You gonna go? Oh. I love how they look around. They're so inquisitive, right?
Yeah.
All right, on to the next turkey.
Three.
Stop. I'm not in the coop.
Honey,
mad.
it sounded like you weren't getting your turkey. It sounded like you were fighting a velociraptor.
Yeah, she wasn't so happy about going for the...
Hot tub time machine.
She doesn't know it's for her own good.
Oh,
I'm
this
not
is...
letting this one go this time. Because this one's really strong.
Watch tail feathers.
She's the biggest girl, and she's really strong. Okay.
Oh, she's huge.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Calm down, Mama.
I'm going to give her a
Good
second because
job.
I don't need to get... She didn't try to peck me. She just was like, what are you doing? Why are you taking me from my friends?
Crikey's. She's the most ruthless yet. She's been the happiest in the hot tub, yeah.
Let's go. Here you go. It's like they're so wet they can't walk because they're like bottom heavy.
Yeah. Two on the perch.
She went up
Ingeborg
on her- she
standing
went up
up.
on her own.
Yeah. There's third one in there.
I'm gonna love
She's
that.
beautiful. She really is.
She's so big. She just wasn't sure, I think, why I was taking her from the other two that were in there. So she kind of like flacked at me like, where are you going? And then she'll go up there, see? There you go.
Facing the wrong way, turkey.
She's our biggest one, and look at how much room she has. Headroom to the ceiling there. That's
Oh,
a perfect
yeah.
spot for that roost, babe. You guys are so wet. I'm gonna I'll probably bring the little heat lamp out for them just for a bit so they can dry up
Yeah.
quickly before, we have hours before dinner time, like till late, so they won't be cold anyway.
No.
Okay, 2 more for the hot tub.
If there was any doubt that you weren't destined to be a farm girl, you're bathing turkeys.
I love every minute of it. I think when we said we were gonna do homesteading, I know this is just the beginnings because homesteading is a really big process to getting to the point where you have your own food and you fill your own pantry and you eat off your land and you do all the things.
And you get whacked in the face.
Okay.
Oh.
You're okay. Oh. Yeah, put your wing down. Oh, good Lord. What did you do that for?
So, what were you saying?
Even the dogs are watching me like, what is my mother doing? Ew.
What were you saying?
I was saying that homesteading, when we said we were going to do homesteading, I think a lot of people weren't quite sure what entirely we were going to do, being that we're 2 kids that grew up in the city. And we bought this house that needed everything. And we're like, we're going to bring life to this land. And we're going to do homesteading, and we're going to grow our own food, and we're going to raise our own, animals, and we're going to grow our small little homestead here. And I know turkeys are just the beginning, but homesteading is a really long journey before you're at the point where you are raising your own meat and growing all of your own food and canning and preserving all of your own things and really being self-reliant as much as you want to in your own goal on your property. And homesteading can be like very extreme where you don't rely on anything else, and then homesteading can be where you just do some of your own like passion projects to be able to have your own things, which is why we want to get bees and do a few other things. But I think at some point over the next year or two on YouTube, you're going to see how much we're doing on our homestead on the outdoor projects, and how we really are going to get to the point where you see us fill that amazing pantry that we've built with our own food from our own garden that we've grown from our raised beds we're going to grow with our greenhouse, and having our own meat birds and turkey for meat birds and some other animals we have plans to add to the homestead, which you guys don't even know exactly what our whole entire plan is. But coming from this city, I think people weren't quite sure exactly what we were going to do, but I think we're on a good path to where we want to be.
Homesteading is a forever growing lifestyle, and you can either go all in or you can just do a little bit, but it will benefit your lifestyle.
We also wanted to go small, and because we are renovating and we have property here to renovate and the cottage property, and we did get our kind of passion project of having the horses and things, we didn't want to get too many animals or too things too quickly and not have the proper amount of time to devote to each of the animals that we have. So we take each of the things that we're adding to the homestead like really seriously and put a lot of time and thought into researching and figuring it out. And we did a lot of research on what type of turkeys that we wanted, and bourbon reds were the type that we really knew that we would enjoy, not only for meat but also for the temperament of having the birds, because you do keep some that are your breeders or your egg layers on your property, which is what these girls are. Or girls and a boy. We don't really exactly for sure know yet what we have, but this is just the beginning of the journey for us. And we're excited because you guys are going to see all of it, which is just amazing to us that not only are you guys sometimes inspired by some of the projects that you're doing, but you can see that even if it's just a small project and you live in an apartment, you can do homesteading at your own scale. You don't have to have acreage like us to do small, self-reliant kind of projects. You can just, do baby steps from. So if you're wanting to do homesteading and you don't have acreage, you can get started just doing some small projects. I think our hot tub's cooling down. I think we should dump this gross water. Ready? Last turkey to enter the coop. Yeah, your tail feathers needed a soak.
She's running. She's running.
I'm really trying to not. I'm trying to carry you nicely. Thank you. I can feel when they just all of a sudden just okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mom. And then I'm like, I'm ready to walk with you without you flapping me in the face. Ready? 5th turkey in. Just step down. There you go. She gonna hop up too? She left me covered in feathers.
Yeah.
There's your friends. I don't think we need the second roost until our turkeys in the spring come.
Yeah.
And even then, they're going to be way too small to go in with these girls at the beginning.
There's lots of room in there for 5 turkeys.
And then my idea is that along the bottom on this far left side and the bottom on the far bottom right side, we can put all of our nesting boxes. I'm going to make them kind of look like little houses inside that they could go in and lay their eggs in the spring. This year, they're obviously, if we don't have a male, we won't be getting eggs in the spring, but eventually. See, I'm going to bet that that's a male.
With
Feathers are longer.
And it has a beard.
Has a beard now, and the head was, and that one felt twice as heavy when I was carrying. So I'm going to guess that that's a tom.
Maybe.
Just in the last week, I've noticed a few changes in some of them, maybe a week and a half. Because these ones were much smaller to carry.
Yeah, so the one in the middle or the one second from the
Second
left.
to the left.
Oh, you guys really look like wet rats right now.
Okay, I need to get some food and water in there for them.
Yeah.
And we're gonna work on some other things on the exterior just while they kind of chill. Hi guys.
Oh, hi.
They'll probably just talk to you. They're so wet, but
What do you think, Day?
I like it.
I like it in here.
Chase?
Yes.
They look like little vultures when they're like,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they
Their
do.
heads, like turkey vultures, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
getting it started will be a little bit tricky. But I think I can get it once I get it going.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away, I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah. Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Let's be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new.
I'll have to bring their little heat out for them so they can dry off a bit. But they've been so calm all day and they've just stayed on the roofs since they had their bath.
Yeah,
They're
they're
so
drying a
sleepy.
bit.
See, their eyes are so sleepy.
Yeah, they're relaxed. They don't have the chickens driving them nuts. I get it. I get it, girls. Those
Yeah.
hens.
They're so cute in here. Today was a lot of fun. We were able to give all of the turkeys a bath. I just thought it would be nice for them to have a little refresh coming from the more, like, I'm gonna say dustier inside of the greenhouse, because the chickens and turkeys and ducks have all been together in there. So I just thought with the dander of having all three in there, we would give them a nice bath. We do it every like once in a while, like throughout the year, we'll give them a little bath like this. I think the chickens will probably need one too when they get in there, especially since we're changing up the bedding. Also wanted to mention, we did put hay in the bottom of this coop for right now. There's a huge shortage of straw in Nova Scotia. And so it would be over 4 hours for us to have someone to haul straw from already a very limited area that has any in the province right now. So we're just using hay for the bottom of the bedding for now, which is fine, I think, for the turkeys. We clean it out regularly when we do like things in the other part of the coop. So as long as we just keep at it, it should be okay. This straw is just not accessible. Like, we literally can't get it anywhere except for the feed shop, and it's just a small brick like this. It's very costly, and there just isn't. We would need probably like 30 little bales to fill this spot. So that's going to be fine for them for now. Other questions we had yesterday were like, is this going to be warm enough for them for winter? Will they need heating? If we have a night where we know it's like minus 40, literally last year we had a minus 40 Celsius. So we would obviously on that night come out. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave our light system in here, but we'll just plug it in on the nights that we think that we really need it, like on a minus 40. But even if it's minus 10 or minus 15, they will adapt perfectly fine. We've talked to the lady that we got our turkeys from, and she said they do not need heat at all winter, but definitely we'll make sure they're more comfortable on the really super cold nights, because I think it'll be much safer for us to have a light fixture hanging in the middle with our heat lamps. Should we ever need it, we'll just plug it in on those odd days. So I love the coop so far. Let me know what you think. I think it's turning out so nice. I'll probably still make a little bit of signage and fuss with it a little bit while we're working on the chicken coop while we're kind of going there. It was not warm enough today to separate the shingles. So I'm hoping that maybe within the next couple days or so after the rain, maybe we have one more nice, really warm day that I can peel those apart. But as of right now, they're stuck. They're cold. They're not, you know, gummy for me to be able to pull them apart, which really is not what we wanted. We wanted to not have to buy shingles. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we have one more really, really warm day and we can get those apart. But I love you. Thank you so much for watching and being part of our YouTube journey. We also are starting our bathroom upstairs on tomorrow's episode. So tomorrow and Sunday, stay tuned. We're going to be showing you the beginnings of our bathroom transformation. You guys have been waiting for this project, and so have we. So we will see you on tomorrow's episode.